In this video, we teach you how to add and allocate a credit note to an invoice. Add a credit note directly to an unpaid customer invoice to reduce the amount they owe you, for example, for missing or damaged goods. Click Sales, then select Invoices. Select the Awaiting Payment tab. Then, use the Search button or check the list to find and open the correct invoice. To create a credit note, click the menu icon and select Create and Apply Credit. Xero pre-fills the credit note with details from the original invoice. Check the details on the credit note and make any necessary changes. If you're crediting the entire invoice, confirm all the original line items. If it's a partial credit, adjust or remove the lines you're not crediting. We recommend updating the description so it's clear what the credit note is for. If the customer bought several of the same item and you used the quantity field, enter the number of items that were unfulfilled or damaged. In this example, the customer bought a photo frame, which was slightly damaged, so we've offered a small discount. We'll update the description to photo frame, credit for slight damage. The quantity was 1, so we just need to enter the amount of the credit in the price field. Check the account, tax rate, and tracking details are correct. You can use the same account as the original invoice, or you might have a separate account set up specifically for returns. If you've used untracked products and services, make sure the credit note matches the items you're crediting. Click Approve to apply the credit note. Your invoice now shows the amount credited and any remaining balance the customer still owes. Alternatively, create a credit note to allocate to a future invoice if the customer has no unpaid invoices. From the Invoices page, click New Credit Note. Enter the customer name in the contact field. It's important you enter and select the correct contact, as Xero uses it to know which invoices you could allocate the credit note to. In this example, we need to add a credit note for Bank West. Enter the date of the credit note in the Date field, or use the calendar picker and select the correct date. Enter an optional reference for your credit note. Then, enter a description. For this, let's enter goodwill gesture for low-quality service. Enter a quantity. Let's enter 1. Then, enter a price. Let's offer a $50 credit. Choose an account to allocate the credit note to. We'll use photoshoot income. If you need to, select the appropriate tax rate. Once you're happy with the credit note, either save or click Approve to complete the credit note. Now, let's see what happens when we raise an invoice to the customer. From the Invoices page, click New Invoice. Enter and choose the customer from existing contacts. Xero shows a pop-up which tells you the customer has a credit you can apply to the invoice. Then, complete the remaining invoice details. When you approve the invoice, Xero asks if you want to apply the credit note. Use the Skip for Now button if you want to allocate the credit note later. Click Apply Credit to allocate the credit note to the invoice and reduce the amount your customer needs to pay. Enter the amount in the To Apply column. We'll enter the full credit amount Xero reduces the amount due on invoice by the allocated credit. Click Apply. You can then send the invoice to your customer as normal. If you choose to allocate the credit later, find and open the credit note from the Awaiting Payment tab of the Invoices page. Click the Add Cash Refund drop-down, then select Allocate Credit. Enter the amount to credit. For this example, let's enter the total credit. Once you're ready, click Allocate Credit. You'll see the allocated credit note and any remaining balance. To see the credit note applied to the invoice and any balance left to pay on the invoice, click the Credit to Invoice link. Now you're ready to add and allocate credit notes to invoices in Xero.